This is the irony, and I'll say this and then I'll be done. Because I just felt it. I was like, oh, this is it. The entire preface of a spiritual journey is to be that of inspiration to the evolution of the inner journey, which inevitably affects the outer world via alchemization of consciousness. If the entire premise of metaphysicality or spirituality is to critique and heal the inner world so you can be better in relation to the outer world, then why would a genuine teacher of this work be so interested in gaining a mass amount of followers? If anything, they would be very skeptical if that happened. They would be like, uh-oh, am I off my path slightly? Sorry, I feel like my forehead's shining a lot. It's because I put aloe on it. But yeah, any genuine messenger of divine metaphysical wisdom would actually be a little bit concerned if they became super famous and super well known, because they'd probably ask, is this a distraction from my inner metamorphosis, my inner world? And can it be used to use my own shadow against me, which is often what fame is used for. There was the shaman Dascalas in Italy who long ago said fame is simply a trap on the spiritual pathway. And I think millions of humans right now are forgetting, whether they're spiritual teachers or not, that fame is actually a sort of devilish modality, a devilish agreement. And it doesn't have to mean that we're expecting the devil to show up on our doorsteps. What about the symbolic, emotional, archetypal devil inside of ourselves that simply says, you're not good enough being just you and being with the earth and being with God or source. And so you have to make a pact with me to prove that you are worthy, that you are good. And this pact will be sealed through the confines, not the liberation, but the confines of fame. Fame is very confining because it zooms in on one part of you and it projects this into the entire realm of human consciousness. And people do with that what they desire. They project onto that side of you that's projected onto them. And all of a sudden, you have all of these different thoughts and belief systems living around you because you sent yourself out into that world. And if you're a grounded soul, you can probably handle that. If you're not, it's very hard to handle. And that's why a lot of famous people have breakdowns, I feel. And I'm sure there's other reasons. But I just feel like the entire idea of some sort of spiritual teacher rising through the echelons of the internet is barbaric.
The internet shows us one side of someone. If I zoom in on a diamond, I simply see aqua hue appearing as an ocean of blue. When I zoom out, I realize it is a multi-phase structure, a complex geometrical design. This is similar to one's soul. This is why a tribe shaman or local healer, in my eyes, is far more worthy of respect than a person making TikTok videos about chakra healing while gyrating next to a cucumber. Or something like that, sorry. Because this shaman or village healer had to genuinely connect with people in their community to prove themselves to those they care about. They are less likely in their position for recognition and more likely attempting to serve others, not always, of course. Would a genuine esoteric messenger really desire to spend hours and hours each day immersed in a world of addiction? Social media has its pros, but it is also an addictive algorithmic realm that is programmed to keep people hooked into their social media feeds. Pandering to the algorithm consistently to crack the social media fame code, which is often heavy distribution is equivalent to an eventual audience, says quite a lot about someone's messaging. And I'm not talking about those who post when they feel they have a solid message to share, those who are clearly not on their phones and computers all of the time, but for those who never take a day off, who post multiple times to maintain relevance, not to serve others, but to maintain their egoic identity. Those who have been doing this for years, to the point at which you find yourself asking, when do they ever do internal work on themselves? if their entire obsession with social media fame has taken them over. The main point comes down to service to self or service to others. I feel using social media as a platform to become a spiritual celebrity is most likely a service to self path. When someone truly connects to source energy, they're no longer run by the primal force of the ego, an unconscious part of them that puts fame before love.
And anyone who knows how beautiful source energy is will not ever feel run mentally by the promises of the external world. They may feel like this is an adventure that I'm on, this is exciting, but they won't feel like they have to find that source energy in the external world as deeply as you would think, because they've already found that within themselves, and reflections of that will find their way back to them through the external world. But these will just be reflections of their internal growth, not energies and habits and patterns and addictions they need to cling to in order to feel some sort of form of specialness, because they're already special. You're a child of source consciousness. You're so very special, and you don't need any outside perimeter to tell you that. I know it's easier said than believed, though. I'm working on that myself. I've got issues. I've got so many issues that I've been working through, and I'm really proud of my progress, but I've got a lot more shadow work and integration to do. So, yeah, that was just a share and a thought about this reality and how spiritual teachers don't exist online, for me at least. I'd rather like talk to someone in person who I know very well. That would be a teacher for me, someone who I trust, who's earned my trust. Because, sorry, you're not going to earn it online. I don't fully know you, you little diamond. All right, I hope this was interesting. Let me know what you think as well. And yeah, I'm going to go and have, I don't know, I'm just going. Bye, love you.